Hello, Kingsman, and welcome back. And yes, we are back on a Waterloo battle for NTW3. Today, it is a 4v4 again, and once more, the UK are going to try to stop Napoleon. Now, they are being backed up by the Prince of Orange and the Prussians over here on the far side. And, of course, we have Uxbridge with a huge cav corps of Lifeguard, the Cheeses, and hussars, and we'll start seeing a lot more of them as they come closer. And of course, they are taking on no one better than the Grande Armée France. So we have, let's see, I just say the points. See here, is Napoleon better be here? Napoleon's not here. I'm very sad. Very, very sad. Well, this just isn't the right recreation of Napoleon now, is it? I see 3 French armies. Oh, come on. Where's the others? I'm not seeing it. Alright, well, is it 2 versus... No, there's 4 armies here. I think that's their general. Alright, well, there's 3 generals, 4 generals. And, as per their usual, they are taking the LOCs here. We have the Cameron Highlanders pushing up here. The right flank of the UK. Now the rest of them look like they may be taking a position by the crossroads. Already have some of the rifles, the grasshoppers, and some guard actually. Looks like combat gen possibly. All good quality infantry who are going to be taking this. We've seen in previous battles this always hotly contested. We have horse artillery from Prince of Orange coming up here. The other, looks like the other LOC has been garrisoned by the Jaegers. A lot of Prussian caps. So the Prussians are bringing, I think, 6 total Ulanen Landwehr here. And then like 2 hussars and then 1 kind of Ulanen looking. Yeah, Ulanen here. There's hussars. Ulanen, more Ulanen, and then a lot of Landwehr Ulanen. So I've actually tried this kind of a build with Prussia. It is a lot of fun. Anyway, we are going to be popping right over here where Uxbridge is already making contact with the French here. We have some Chasseurs Cheval and Hussars Dragoons who they're going to be facing. Now, Uxbridge is bringing some light Dragoons. Several of them have some Hussars, looks like. Some Carabineers. And the Dragoons, oh, the Royal Heavies. Very nice. And the Lifeguards as well. So they are bringing some very terrifying, of course, the Scots Greys, my favorite cav of all time. They are moving up as well. There's a lot of French, or a lot of UK cav, and this is not something we see very often, which is why it's always cool to see. But they are forming up on the left flank. France is going to have to deal with that. Hopefully Uxbridge moves over here to support this side because they are going to need the cav, because this UK army has some Hussars, Ulanen, and that's it. A lot of artillery, and they got some Royal Sappers and Miners. And then some line infantry, looks like mostly, actually, not even UK troops. Well, let's see, the artillery, they have 9-pounders, of course, 6-pounders and some horse artillery. 6-pounders here, pouring in the fire already, dueling it out with the French artillery. Now, we do also have a lot of cav here. Going in a suicide charge, it would appear. Don't want to miss this. Don't want to miss this. So I think they're hoping that they are going to volley their own artillery. No, they just scared off the horse artillery. So the French are formed up here in a massive line of battle. I think the Prussians were just trying to scare them off. Over here, they're going to have to start worrying about this. We have some 12-pounders firing and some more artillery setting up. So LSCs, though, definitely being taken by the UK, as you can see already on this battlefield here. We do have the Prussians getting pushed back by the French. So let's see what the French are bringing. Some Dragoons, some Lancers, and more Lancers. And bringing up some of the Immortals behind. Very heavy, very potent unit, but very small. So Prussia is going to have a bit of a struggle now. They are rolling down this flank with their infantry here. And a lot of it, I'm not going to get too close because I can feel the lag starting when I get close because it's such a mass. Mostly Landwehr, so they're going for the Landwehr spam. Eggs and spam now. They are going to be pushing on that flank. We do have the UK coming down this side. King's German Legion. Just a lot of really good UK units all using this road. It strings back for forever. This artillery position is going to make it difficult now. The French army is way over here, and Uxbridge doesn't have any infantry to support this. I am really surprised that the French are attacking over here. Actually, no, I'm not. I should take that back. They know Uxbridge is over here. Now, there is a couple land for these houses, so Uxbridge is going to have to try to defend these LOCs. Be very tough for them to do so. The real hot fight may be with Prussia over here. The center may not be getting focused at all. I'm sure they're going to take this, but the drums beat on this side. Right here. They're probably coming down this road, though. So the French definitely have a infantry advantage here early on in the battle, in the whole battle, because Uxbridge is bringing a bunch of cav. Now, the cav for Uxbridge will be very potent. UK need to stick together if they hope to win this and utilize the skill of their shooting. They have small units, so they can't take tons of losses. They have a lot of skirms, though. I mean, look at all the skirmishers they have. Ooh. Artillery trying to go maybe for some of this UK cav. Maybe trying to go for the horse artillery. And, ooh, we may have a cav engagement. Yes, we do. Chasseur Cheval charging Uxbridge. Hussar Baker Light Bobs. You see that actually Wellington is going to shift his troops over to the center here. Now the Chasseur Cheval are going to get charged here. In turn by the Light Bobs. Who's going to break first here? I think the French are getting charged in the back and they're wavering. So are these guys, so it's a match. The UK cav may last better. Alright, and they both broke. They mutually decided they were done. So we have some infantry marching up here. We have sappers that may be trying to take this LOC. So it'll be very, very good for taking it. More grenadiers. Lots of grenadiers here. Prussia's now shifting their army up. See if they do anything here. We do have what appears to be some grasshoppers. There's no real melee skilled troops here, so they do have Royal Sapper Marines who probably are going to countercharge if the French attack. But the French are pushing up with a lot of infantry here. Some chasseurs as well. Voltigeurs, oh my goodness, Trilliers, all of the best. Alright guys, sorry about that. So looks like we have already some sappers who are going to charge in first here. And you see there's a counterattack possibly of the tow rows going in, and already the fight brutal as it's going to be. Thing that will really be helping out this this army is a cav charge in the back, which you see the grenadiers are forming up here, but we do have sappers rushing in and more infantry rushing in as well, so they're going to form a square. Yikes, that's going to be met. And now some tow rows here are going to start shooting. supporting that assault. You can see these guys, our grenadiers, are going to start breaking here. They're wavering. So the UK doing an excellent job of holding this house very early on.
Victory, sir, is soon to be yours.
Artillery going to be shooting down this mass here. I guarantee you this artillery, 9-pounders and all that. Pouring the fire in here. And already the French have lost 2 units here. Some grenadiers and some sappers. Actually, a combat gen, to be exact. Now, these French... This is so loud, I can't see. So the French... I'm going to zoom out here. So the French are going to have to defeat these foot guards in order to actually take the LOC, because, as you can see, any troops that try rushing here are going to be shot. So the French are kind of meeting a tough resistance instantly over here, as well as the artillery just blasting away at them as they're sitting here, kind of like a sitting duck. So the French seem very focused on this LOC. They're also going to shift over to this side, where you can see the troops are waiting for them. You got skirmishers. Start pouring the fire. We got horse. Yeah, everything. Like, the UK have so much weight, and they have artillery, horse artillery, and some 6-pounders over here. 6-pole dirt. Already starting to pile away at the infantry here, and they're going to start falling back as this artillery is going to get very potent for them. They were able to form square, it looks like, as Uxbridge is sending in some of his dragoons. And Uxbridge is kind of just surrounding this first forward assault of the French. We got the Grenadiers, Jean Martin, who's pushing up, fighting for the house. They're all stacked in the entryway here. As we got more French now pushing up here. So real focus on this point. If you look on the whole battlefield, not a whole lot happening here. Like, the plan of attack seems to be Prussia is holding. I don't know if they're facing this way or this way, but France is kind of sitting here and sitting over here and being very contented to just push in the center, which isn't that a bad idea. They have a lot of infantry to expand. They can maybe force the UK to expend a lot of infantry holding this house. And we do a lot of sappers maybe friendly firing each other.
Sir, our general is under attack.
Prince of Orange general is dying to some artillery. I like how they have they're using the sunken road to hide their hussars and infantry. Wow, look at these guys. It's a mixture of, like, the red and green. That is really cool. Very cool attention to detail on these troops. And it looks like the artillery is blasting away. Now, the tow rows fell back as they were probably getting shot by a lot of lines of infantry, and they're actually going to charge in more of the royal sappers here. But they're going to get broken by the French, who are now going in once more here. This time with the Colonel General, whatever that is. But they're going to go in and try to take this LOC once again, and you can see the tow rows are pushing up here. And these guys are going to be getting shot by artillery. So this is going to be a tough fight still, but the French seem very determined to take this LOC. We do have some cav charging down here against some line infantry that cannot form square. And those guys are going to get broken. Easy winnings, easy pickings by the cav. Now, where's Uxbridge? Where's the majority of Uxbridge? He is shifting over his cav to support the entirety of this line. I am surprised the French have not started pushing on this side. Because right now, the UK have almost everything focused over here.
This building has fallen to the enemy.
So they did take it. UK have been victorious. At what cost did they take this building? Because I see a lot of French dead. Some of their best units. Hey, that's brutal, man. He pushed him down and then stabbed him and stomped him. But anyway, so the fight is kind of cooling off here. The French have taken this LOC. The UK don't seem too excited about trying to take it back at this time. We do have still the Prussians. They're just waiting. They're biding their time. They don't have anywhere to be. You know. And like I said, it is mostly a lot of land war, so they can afford to sit and wait a little bit. Wait to see how they center the artillery. The French are going to have to do something about all of this artillery, as it is in excellent fielding position on both sides. This artillery is here and here and is just pouring in hot fire on this whole side here. We do have a huge shifting over, as you can see, of Wellington reposition. No, Prince Orange shifting over his forces. Wellington is still in reserve here with his troops. With Uxbridge way back to prevent them from getting shot down by artillery fire. 43 minutes left in this battle here. And I am already going to guess this artillery is going to play a key role. Now, I think they are moving up some of their artillery. I'm getting a better vantage point. This hill, as you can see, is kind of impeding the artillery fire. And they want to get that hot fire down on this French infantry, who is pushing up here. Under constant barrage, they are pushing up once again. They are going to win Napoleon the War. Look at that. Grand old push. Oh, we have Cav here. Once again, Uxbridge going in for the artillery here, as well as line infantry. They are going to break, but they broke the artillery. Now they may come back. But France is just trying to deal with Uxbridge. Now, there is a regular line fight happening here, and I think the Prince of Orange, honestly, is the one who's kind of being outshot here. Now, they are going to get some good volleys off on the French here, but the French have the advantage right now, I would say. And I would maybe try to bring the French closer to the guns. The closer they get to these guns, the more dangerous these guns do. They don't just knock you back at a certain range, they actually kill. So, very epic. I love it. And I did another Waterloo battle, and this one's not even similar. I mean, it is similar. The house got fought for. It just took longer to be defeated. And the French won. I'm really hopeful the French don't win. I really want to see the UK or the coalition win for once. Where's this artillery going? So they're putting them in reserve, and they're going to move them, shift them, using this road. It's beautiful for communications. And they're going to shift over here. You can see that the Prince of Orange is falling back here. Wellington's reserves are going to fall back as well. And, oh, we got a flank here. Who do we got here? So we got Wellington pushing up 3 line infantry. Perhaps some of you guys can give me some info on these guys, because I do not know much about this line infantry here. I'm assuming they were, like, the, Netherlands. Oh, the Dutch. We do have a Cav charge. We have Scots Greys going in. Oh my goodness. Beautiful, beautiful charge here. That was an epic charge. I love seeing that. The Scots Greys may be doing a huge rout here. If some Cav can follow it up, they have the Dragoon Guard going in. Maybe Uxbridge is going to make a huge dent in the French line here. We have more Cav charging up here. Uxbridge is going to hold back the French lines here. Now there's going to be some death here. But I do believe the French are going to mass rout. What a charge from the Scots Greys. What a charge. What a glorious charge. That was probably my favorite part of this battle so far. I mean, they just cut them up. Look how many units just routed here. Now, they do have some Cav backing up. The French went without their Cav. You know, infantry without Cav, kind of the opposite of, you know, what happened in, you know, with Ney. But these Scots Greys probably are going to break, but they made it worthwhile. I mean, and now Uxbridge is going to pour in more Cav here, the heavy Dragoons, and what? How? Oh, artillery. Artillery managed to kill Grouchy? I don't know. Maybe it's that. Over here, the Prussians seem to be interested in pushing up here as the French don't have a lot of infantry. It looks like they have some horse artillery and a lot of cav. They are suffered a huge loss here, as a lot of their units are going to come back, but they lost a lot, and their men are now shaken and tired, and that stopped the assault and let the UK reform here to be able to fight them again. Now, we do have some French sitting in the center. I'm surprised they haven't shifted these guys over. I mean, Russia's content to hold this whole flank. We do have some dragoons who are probably fighting the Prussians. Cav. Now we do have Uxbridge sending over some dragoons of their own, so trying to even the odds. Uxbridge is going to be multitasking like crazy in this battle, is what I predict. I mean, they kind of have to be as a Cav corps, or Cav, yeah, the Cav corps. So now it looks like the Prince of Orange is going to advance once more, as the French are trying to reform, rest up their men here. We do have some artillery getting focused down. We do have a cav fight possibly here, as Prussia is going to push up with some of their lights. And it's like the French are going to maybe get away. We do have a cav fight happening over here where 2 Lancers clashed with some Lancers of France. And now France is going to try and get out of there, but they are getting charged. They are riding as hard as they can to get away. And I think Prussia is content to not push over here, but using their infantry, they can start pushing down the center here, or they can hold. They can hold. Now there may be a counter charge here, as now Prussia is going to get charged by some of the Immortals heavies. French heavies. There's only 31 of them, but they are not to be scoffed at. We do have a charge, possibly? Where would that charge be? Oh. So possibly some Prussian cav wanting to go for a general, and instead they are going to go for some artillery here, left unguarded. And that is an unfortunate mistake by the French, as now these, they kind of remind me of the, well, no, they're not the Totem. They are going to destroy this French artillery piece. Now, they may die, but it was worth it, as those 6-pounders are going to be dead. So a good eye for the Prussians, watching out. Now, the French are advancing once more. They have some fresh units up taking the fight, so the Prince of Orange is going to have to fall back. Now, the artillery is up on this hill. They're going to have to be very cautious here. The French have made a very solid advance. And I'm kind of concerned that the UK, Wellington, and the Prince of Orange don't have enough to deal with. This has got to be at least 2 French armies here. Artillery is going to really have to even some odds here, or the Prussians are going to have to shift some troops over. If only the French are going to have to keep so many troops back here by the artillery. Now, the French are going to have to watch out for the cheeses. Oh man, this is the walk of death. How are these guys not dead by, like, artillery? We do have some cav getting repelled here. The heavies of Uxbridge got shot in the face as squares did form, and they are falling back here. This is not a very exciting, this is a very intense battle, which I am worried about the French now. The UK are starting to really pour on fire, as these French were so hurt in a previous charge of the Scots Greys that they're already super small. They're like the UK units. The UK units are actually bigger. Artillery from the French is focusing on this side here. The tow roads are someone they probably want to really drive from this fight. I'm surprised this artillery has not started firing yet. Or is it moving up, maybe? Perhaps they're going to fall back to another position. No, they're unlimbering again, as they can start pouring in some artillery fire, maybe some canister shot. They have another artillery piece forming up over here, so they're probably going to utilize lots of artillery. Lots of it. We do have some skirmishers sitting here, some light company. They try to do their part for King and Country. King and Country. But the regular volleys now going down. This is kind of the desperate stand. Now we do have the cheeses going in here. I do not want to miss this charge here. And they're going to strike the line once more. And they can do nothing against Uxbridge. There's no French cav to combat this. There's some squares on both sides, but they just focused on this one little area. France should be not so passive. They should be pushing. They can be turning the flank. They have plenty of troops here. Turn the flank. Grab half this line, put it right here. Make sure there's some squarables in there. The other half push up here to protect that flank and just start turning this flank. Turn Wellington. Because this fight is, well, Uxbridge is helping this fight not be a total loss for the UK. And they are defending this artillery. I guarantee you the French are not going to be able to afford to get into this artillery. I mean, they have the cheeses defending him. Sounds so silly to say. The cheeses, but, you know. We do have some French cav pushing up way over here. The French are running out of steam a little bit here. Excuse me, we got the Carabiniers once again charging the French. And I think the French need to stop being so passive. It's killing me. They need to be pushing. They need to push, because look at this. It's starting to run out here. The French are running out of steam. Their attack is running low. We do have some French cav rushing up, but it's not going to be worth it. They're going to die before they even make it to the front lines. They're wavering already. They haven't even started charging yet. There's a spike that's going to kill even more of them. Oh, that's disaster. Disaster in the French lines. And you can see a lot of wavering. There's no general up here to help out. The French attack is just, it lacks Napoleon. Napoleon is not seemingly not here to help out in this fight. And the French reserves over here are just standing idle. Artillery is softening up these 3 line infantry, but it's just 3 line infantry plus, you know, 1 in here. Landward. But all of this troops could either be in the center or be turning a flank, and they are not. And that's probably going to bite them here. As you see, the French are now falling back. Unable to execute a good attack against the massive artillery position. This is a kill zone right here. This is the kill zone. You got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. 10 guns. This is the kill zone, and this is the highway of death that the cav can just keep running down. In fact, I think there's more cav running down it, possibly to charge the French lines. And France, they're going to be getting shot the whole time they are retreating. Now this French player is exposed as their allies falling back. And this battle is 30 minutes in, so 30 minutes remaining. And Prussia has not even engaged yet in a fight. They still have all this land we're taking a couple losses, but I mean, you know, they got mats. They can do this. It'd be a very boring part of the battlefield. You're just standing here the whole time. And all this artillery needs to be starting to focus on that. But yeah, the French are falling back, and it would appear that they're a little disorganized. They've lost some. They have heavy losses. If you look at the routing units for the French versus the UK have barely lost anything compared to the French. So a very good stand. Perhaps at this point they are content, the French are content to fall back. Now, as the UK, I'd maybe consider attacking this side. But I don't think you truly need to. It's an artillery duel, and I think the UK are better equipped for it. Now, we do have some dragoons being shadowed by some landward Ulanen. So they're keeping an eye on that, making sure they don't try to push in for this artillery position. I'm going to fast forward here, because I don't think anything's actually happening. I think it's just a lot of sitting. Okay, actually, the French are falling back over here as well. They are falling back. Artillery's going to start focusing them down. And the French are going to have to do something, because they do not have LOC. Now, they could push on Prussia. that may be the next best thing. With 30 minutes to go, you have to take the most LOCs. There's one LOC over here. One right here, so that's 2. They have this one, which is a 3. There's a 2 right here that they could try taking. Oh, we do have a cav fight here. Oh, man. A cav fight. Looks like some land were charged in against some lancers trying to take out the horse artillery. They managed to get themselves away. So it is a 2 and a 3. Yeah. I think the UK actually... I don't know. You guys can judge the fact I only see a 2 and a 3. Maybe these other ones are 2s or 1s. If they're all 1s, then UK still have other ones here. Oh, we have a cav fight here. Over here, a huge cav fight here, as now the Landwehr Ulanen are charging in, flanking. This is what the Prussians are good for, just the flank. And they are going to charge in, break 1, and now they probably will use their dragoons head on with these hussars and probably easily break the French hussars. And there goes any flanking chance the French had to get behind the coalition here. Now, looks like we maybe had some French cav charging there. I can't tell. And now the only fight is happening over here where the French are victorious. And now this battle is going to once again cool off. Interlude. The UK actually may be trying to take this 3-pointer back, because then they definitely assert their LOC victory. And you see the French are marching up once again to meet them. We have grenadiers here. So a lot of grenadiers here. And actually, it looks like they're retreating. Some of them back 50%. That killed a lot of the French here. That's the ideal situation for 50%. Now the French are going to send in the Coldstream Guards here. Once again, trying to retake the LOC. I think they have a good opportunity to actually take it out. They are getting attacked in the rear by some more French, so they may need a countercharge to protect it. Now they did lose some of their tow rows, the first foot guard. These Coldstream Guards are winning slightly, but the French are they're countercharging the tow rows, going in countercharging. That may actually stop the reinforcing French, but I think actually the Coldstream Guard are going to need some inspires, which actually they got from Wellington.
We've taken the building, sir. And
they took it. Wow. But you see the French are instantly going to send in some chasseurs to counter-attack and try to take it back. So this fight may just be a back and forth. We do have some cav now. Uxbridge going in against any cav that may try to reinforce this side. Look at this. Oh. There's maybe too much happening there. The game needs to catch up. So the cav went in, charged, routed some chasseurs, and actually more light infantry is pushing up here. So now everything is focusing on this one point. And Uxbridge is going to use that as they're mobilizing. You have skirms setting up here by the stakes. Excellent positioning as they're defended by the cav. And the lifeguard, the cheeses, are going to push up. The Royal Dragoon Guard, the Royals, are going to push up as well. Ooh, man, that's rough. They are going to smash right in, though. They are stopping the French from being able to push up this LOC. Excellent charging. They're breaking more and more French here. Uxbridge definitely making it worth his salt. Now, we do have France pushing up for this LOC now. So we do have finally some more advancing. Prussia is going to have to help defend here, as we have some French going again against the Cameron Highlanders. So Cameron's Highlanders going to have to try to hold there. Over here, the UK have taken this back. Definitely taken this back. So hot contesting of both of these LOCs, which seems like the French lost this one, but they seem to be contented now to go for this one, and Prussia's gonna have to try to hold here. Caught out of position, actually, maybe by surprise a little bit. I still think that the UK can hold. And there is 23 minutes left here. They need to double stack their units as Ulan, and they're going to start losing, and these are huge units. You can make the Prussia into this mighty shooting machine if you just stack units behind units. Pull one of these guys behind. Oh, yes. Who's running? Oh. Some cav went in and actually routed some artillery here, so the French are actually in retreat as they're just being countercharged by the UK. Artillery just making this into a shooting range. So right now the whole focus seems to be over here. The UK kind of having a break as Prussia is now being the one engaged by the French. And Prussia actually may have a tough time against the more elite morale of the French, as this is just some land where if they can get a couple volleys in, they will do excellent, but they need a general nearby to inspire them to actually do well. This fight's still going. These guys are winning slightly. The Highlanders are winning slightly. Russia now going to try to hold here. Start circling around with their cav. On this side, it looks like actually... Oh, is Uxbridge going in once again? If they're to fall back here as they met a square. Oh, more cav going in. The heavies charging in. These guys can... There's only one that can form square, and they did not form square in time. And there is a possibility they can mass rout a couple of these. Even more. The lifeguards going in once more here. Yeah, they've broken some more, and Uxbridge is not going to give them a break. You know the magic number when you can't form square anymore? It's lower than 34, I'll tell you that. So they are not going to be able to form square with either of these units. And they are going to be able to start breaking the French once again. Now France is starting to really push here. They have some line of some Cheshire Cheval taking on some land work on this side. Actually going to start breaking them. So Prussia's having a little pressure put on them. They're having to actually fight. They are having a fight on their hands. Good to see. But France is mass routing over here. They just cannot stand here. And these guys are bad enough on the form square. The lifeguard cheeses did fall. We have Uxbridge. What is he doing? He has to get his butt out of there. He's gonna get shot by this 100 infantry line. Still has some good cav left. Uxbridge still has good cav left. This square about to break from just the artillery here. But Prussia just has to hold a little longer here. Actually, we have some cav back here going after some lancers. This could go either way. No, Prussia lost. But Uxbridge does have some dragoons shifting over here. And actually, France does not have a whole lot on this side defending. Still fighting this LOC, 60 on 67. But France is broken on this side, which means that the French flank is about to be turned. Now, there is artillery over here that Uxbridge is going to have to probably deal with. An 8-pounder and a 6-pounder. This artillery is about to break this entire French line. Yeah, they're just broke. Let's see, what is over here? We do have Uxbridge has some... Wellington has some hussars over here. 2 line infantry going to go over and maybe take out this LOC. Maybe wise to shift these troops over there to stop that from happening. And these troops could probably push up. Now the UK are going to shift over to help out Prussia, as Prussia is going to need some help. They have done a good job shooting down the French over on this side. See a bit of a glitch maybe on this house. Yeah, there's a glitch here actually. 60 on 67, it's still stuck there. Prussia is pushing up here. We do have the artillery getting charged now, as the French didn't have any cav left, and now the general is being shot. The general is being charged by Prussian lights.
We have killed their general.
Oh, there is the morale crash that the French did not want. Some dragoons going in against the French here, trying to break their morale. Now this artillery is probably going to get charged by Uxbridge, as France is going to have to start falling back. This land war mass is just going to keep pouring the fire in. And I think this battle is starting to look like it is going to be historical, in a way. The French defeat. Now, they are pushing up here on the LSC, but this artillery, I think, guys, this artillery might as well be a line of infantry standing right here shooting without them being able to shoot back. Look at this. They're breaking unit after unit. Now, the French are going to start pushing up for this LSC here. They have sappers, voltigeurs, line infantry. They're going to take this LSC. I don't think it'll be enough. I think the UK have enough LSCs, as it's running down to 17 minutes left. And France seems to have caught a second wind here. They are holding well against the Prussians now. This fight is a glitch, and I don't think anyone can do anything about it. Maybe this will change. This will change the course of the battle, perhaps. We do have some land war. Are they going to countercharge? France is going to bayonet charge the land war of Prussia. And I think France may actually take this LOC, which will cause Prussia to have some problems. Over here, France is going to just be cleaning up France. France isn't cleaning up France. UK are going to be cleaning up France. My bad. Uxbridge has done his part, and now, look at this. I don't think the French had anything but chasseurs cheval and some dragoons. But this artillery is going to turn their eye towards all of this cav. Although the French seem to be now focusing down this LOC, they are charging in. So some line infantry for the UK are probably going to bayonet charge, as this is not something you want to fight. Ooh, brutal. Yeah, we have a bayonet charge here. They are going to countercharge them in the back. Oh no, they're going for the voltigeurs. France is probably taking this LOC. But France is not taking this LOC. In fact, they seem to be losing. Over here, Uxbridge had a huge cav charge with the dragoons. The dragoon guards. As well as some line infantry to break. Oh no, is that line infantry? No, it's not. So Uxbridge has shattered anything that's left. And yeah, you see over here, dragoons taking out the artillery. It is over. The only fight left is over here where France is actually losing as well. So this is a resounding defeat, I would say, for the French. Back charge now by Ulanin. And a break that's going to maybe cause these guys to waver, be concerned here. And it's only a matter of time now before the French just collapse. You see they collapsed over here, so the whole center. Oh, there's still one artillery left. Not for long. These dragoons are going to ensure that. Also, they did take another LOC. They're just making sure they can win the LOC advantage at this point. And they're still fighting for this LOC. I feel like they're glitched out, though. Oh no, the Cameron Highlanders are still fighting, but this whole line is stuck there. That could have maybe helped this Prussian, attack the Prussians. But I don't think it's going to matter now. That's only LOC they'll probably hold. You see that the UK are just going to be pushing out, taking on whatever's left of the French here. I'm going to start fast forwarding here, because... Let's see, unless something's happening here, we have horse artillery rushing up for the UK. Where are they going? They're running the gauntlet. My gosh. They ran the gauntlet. That is crazy. We have more of the landward charge in the back. We have the UK now showing up. The Prince of Orange starting to cave this French flank. And that may be, besides some line infantry over here, this may be it. We have the landward getting bayonet charged once again. I'm concerned this may cause the timer to be forced to run out before this is... Oh no, they're exhausted. And they're starting to die. So this is it for the French on the right flank here. The only line remaining is this one, which is about to be flanked. But a good battle, a very good battle. Well, depending on what perspective you're looking at. For the French, it was not. They just could do nothing against the French guns.
Our men are running, sir.
Nothing they could do against the... Sorry, not French. What am I saying? The coalition guns just made it impossible for the French to make any headway. And this is usually where the most fighting happens, is right in this area. By this LOC, usually a heavy fighting happens here. Honestly, usually the French try to swing around here and flank. But, you know, different battles, it's fun to see things go differently. So I'm just going to fast forward here because, like I said, it's just a shooting match. Prussia's is going to charge in here and break the French. And it should be over. There's 1 or 2 units here that are probably going to die to the UK. Uxbridge, I will say this. Uxbridge did an excellent job. Those cav charges, still, favorite part was the Scots Greys going in. My goodness. What a beautiful, beautiful charge. I wish I caught that in like a cinematic mode. That would have been beautiful. But yeah.
We have killed their general, sir.
That
now
should
be
it. Now there is a last desperate stand. Oh yeah, ocean. Last desperate stand here for the LOC. Makes you wonder if they're just going to rush out or if they're just going to try to kill as many as possible here. But the French are going to hold out, I guess, until the very end. So maybe I'll just skip to the end because if they don't come out, then you know it's over. So, oh no, maybe they're going to just walk out. I guess I'll skip to the end so we can see the end results of this battle. Alright, guys. Like I said, that one was sent, I believe, by Travis. So thank you for that, Travis. You can see the losses and kills. The French got pretty destroyed, I would say, by the artillery especially. The artillery did some havoc. And Uxbridge, let's see, how many kills did Uxbridge get? Kind of curious. Who was he? Was he this one? Yeah, 13 with only that much deployed, so. But anyway, guys, that's about it for me today. Hope you enjoyed this Waterloo replay. And yeah. Catch you all in another video.